You know, I know many people in my life that I see that is stuck in life. And one thing you understand, right? Sometimes you gotta make a change in your life because if you don't, dead weight will make you sink in it. And when you sink, guess what? You'll go straight down to the bottom so far that you can't even come back. But in the end of the day, how many people I've seen hit that place and could never come back? Sometimes it's just the way it is. Sometimes you just have to watch it. Not all things are nice to watch. However, if you observe it and you analyze it, you can learn a lot from it. And from that, it will also remind you that's also the place that you don't want to be yourself. So in times like this, it's all about acting in the silent, manifesting the silent, and then shock everyone with the results. You see, life is moving on. Life ain't waiting. Life is going. You don't want to be dead weight, because once you're dead weight will make you sink. Remember when I said that before? You're attracting what you want, you're attracting what you are, you attract yourself. So it's all about getting ourselves to the right point. You got yourself a good job, good money. You can have your house, move out of London, have your family, have your kids. Like, enjoy life. We want to know when we're in them ages, we could be there with our cars. We could go for that nice drive down the motorway. We all got our dream cars that we always wanted. We can go on holiday. We could do the things that we want. It's all about living that joyful experience. You want it more joyful and less miserable. But you know what? Some people need to understand that you always think that there's no option out. You always think this is the final result. And that's where people like you go wrong. All these people I know, that's where you go wrong. You think when life gets low, you thinking this is permanent. There's always the pendulum that swings. But you always look towards the despair. But why don't you look to the hope? Harder to build, but easier to knock down in it. Harder to love, but easier to hate. Why don't you switch that around? Easier to love, harder to hate. Easier to build, harder to knock down. You just have to switch it around. But you know what? When I sit here, with my bike over here, just right there, and I look at life carefully, beard's getting big, grey hairs are starting to come up my face. Just how it is, man. When I look at myself right now, you can see I'm not a boy no more. You can see that I'm a man. Because it shows on your face. You can see. If someone looks at you, they can know that you're not a boy, you're not a child, you're not a school kid. They know you're a big, full grown man. It's times like this where people look at you. They'll be calling you uncle. If you're a woman, they call you auntie. Yeah, man. So it's just to move on and do the best that we can. And whatever you do, don't let your life go, yo. Don't let it slip. Try to live a life with no regret. And that's what I'm trying to say. I know many people that committed suicide. I know many people that went mad, mental hospital. I know many people went down the wrong hole, yo, the wrong route, took the wrong journey. Because they believed, right, when they went low, that was it. There's no way out, there's no change. Remember, what you think becomes your reality, right? So you have to be careful what you're thinking, right? So, not just that, it's your thoughts and your belief you have to be aware of. If your thoughts and belief is in that way where it says, nah, there's no way out, you're done for. And when you start to take action and everything that direction, Remember what I said, what you focus on expands. But unfortunately, because they think there's no way out, they focus on this type of thing, it starts to expand. Where your attention goes is where your energy goes. And this is how you get finished. Is to always know when it's a rainy day, the sun will shine. Just like today. Was it raining? Yes or no? Yes, it was raining. Well, look at it now. The sun's out and it's shining. Right? When there's a storm, eventually that storm will come and go. It'll just pass. But it's not to sit there and think the storm's here forever. That's where people go wrong in their mind, Joe. There's always a way. Right? There's always a way. The only issue is we don't want to accept life for what it is. We don't want to be a realist, the one that sees it for what it is. So we're always pessimistic. We're always seeing unfavorable outcomes, right? Even if you're an optimist or optimistic and you see the favorable outcomes, you see the good in everything, at the same time, if anything happens that they don't agree with, they'll come crashing down from there straight to being pessimistic. That's why it's best to be a realist, the one that sees everything for what it is. Just work with it, right? What did Bruce Lee mean by be water, my friend? Right? It's to change and adapt and flow to any situation. That's what Bruce Lee meant by that. Right? You're already water. You just need to learn how to just flow. That's all there is to it. And in the day, right? Every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every month. Well, I meant to say every week, every month, right? Yeah. That's that much less you have left. All that's going. So it's all about getting up, putting in the work, and get ourselves to the place where we feel happy. Because when life is not happening the way you want it to happen, it's an error. You're miserable. Why? Because your imagination ain't matching reality, because you know how it goes, don't you? From imagination comes reality. Right? Your model of the world don't match reality. Your imagination don't match reality. Whatever you have in your head don't match reality. It doesn't match. Right? They're not on the same frequency, so they can't connect. This is what the issue is. It's all about having things going the way you want it to go. And that's the thing. If you can't have life going the way you go, that's when you have a problem. Because you feel people, society must treat you in a certain way, or you must have a certain type of woman. I feel like this is how the world should be. The world don't revolve around you. And it's not going to revolve around you. That applies to everybody else. The world ain't going to revolve around them either. But in the end of the day, you know how it goes, don't you? Once you're dead weight, you're just going to sink. Dead weight sinks, yo. Remember that. Dead weight will sink. Don't be dead weight, man. Carry your own weight, man. Do your own thing. Not everybody's going to be around to be able to help you. Not everyone's going to be around to save you. So it's about you pick up yourself and try to do better for yourself. Because one day, that's it. We're 50 years old. What are you going to do when you're 50? Are you going to like the predicament that you're in? No, we ain't going to like it. What are we going to do when we reach that age when you're like 55 years old? What are you going to do when you wake up and you're like 57? Oh yeah, I remember when I was like, 37 years old. That's 20 years gone, like. So what are you going to do? You can't do nothing. It's already gone, so. And in the day, you can go back and think about school days. When you think about school days, that's the past. You can't do nothing with that. That's long gone dusted. You're probably sitting there thinking about something that happened, over 40 plus something years ago. Forget that. Can't do nothing with that. You got to work with the now. The only thing that you could do with the past is to learn from your mistakes, right? And from those mistakes that you made in the past, is to use it to get you better, to get you into a better place. You don't want to live in the past. You don't want to bring past to present. Forget about it. You want to be present. You want to be here in the now. You want to be in the past. You want to be in the future. You want to be in your memories. You want to be in your assumptions. If you're that person who's got the ability to look in the future, whatever, then use those visions that you get from the future to better yourself where you are in the current now, innit? If it's needed to. Obviously help someone to do so, innit? But while we're here right now, you've got to do what you have to do, yo, because time's ticking. And before you realise it, yo, you're old. And when you reach that point where you ain't got no other choice, that's when you know you sealed your fate, yo. When you know you ain't got the option or the ability to act or make change, that's when you're finished, yo. But right about now, you're still able to get up and do what you gotta do. So you ain't finished yet. You ain't failed yet. When you truly fail is when you know you no longer have the ability to do so, to make change. And that's when you know you're finished. And that's all there is to it. Now the camera's facing me.
I know, that's what I'm saying, not a selfie.
No. Basically, I was just making a YouTube video to. Sometimes I make videos to help out friends and people who may have a hard time in life.
All right.
Sometimes I like to talk about if you're stuck in life, or things you should look at, things just to give hope, to raise you back up, to say that it's never the end until you reach the end. As long as you're still here, you're still alive, that you can always make changes. You can always improve your life. And
True.
Yeah.
That's very
I said the only time when you truly fail is when you know you no longer have the option or the ability to make change.
Yes.
That's when it's bad, and you don't want regret to come after you. Because the last thing you want is regret. Because regret is that thing, that bitterness, that feeling that will destroy you.
Yeah,
And that's the message I'm trying to divert people away from, to say, live a life that's more fulfilling, more joyful. Live a life that's worthwhile remembering, not worthwhile regretting.
I think one of the key things, though, is to be satisfied with what you have. Because life is disappointing at times. And if we bring our children up to say, you can be anything you want, it's going to be wonderful, it's not true. You can't be anything you want. You've got capabilities, and they might limit you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right.
Because
look on the bright side.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And the way it goes, you're not attracting what you want, you're attracting what you are, you attract yourself. So depending on what you are is what you attract. So as long as you put in enough work, then you eventually gravitate things towards you. But at the same time, you have to be a realist, the one that sees things for what it is.
Yes.
And
to be a realist and understand that life can be disappointing. Yeah,
because everything's in duality. Where there's left, there's right. Where there's above, there's below. There's always the two.
Yes, that's right.
Where's the animating force, there's the matter. So there's always going to be two. But people always don't want to see that part. But it comes as part of the package.
It's acceptance.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Making for YouTube?
Yeah.
So what if I went on YouTube, what would I look up?
Basically on this channel, it's more of I put all type of videos. I may go to like a event like MCN Comic Con. I may do things like bikes stuff, but these are the videos where I will put these type of content on.
Yes.
So it's like a channel where I just put multiple things on, but it's mainly bike focused, but I would put other videos.
Oh right. Okay.
So
yeah, I've seen some really good entries on YouTube. Just ordinary young people, really good they are. Oh, excellent. Well, carry on.
I will, thanks.
Have a nice day.
Same to you.
You ready, sweetheart? Yeah.
So there's always a way of finding a way to a better place and doing what you have to do. And once you reach that place, then at that moment, it's to get yourself to a situation when you're better off than what you are at the current moment, because the way I see things is, right, you always got the ability to do what you have to do. It's just, you just have to have faith, right? Believe in yourself, right? Have the courage, the confidence, right? The competence, the consistency, have um the discipline, the dedication, the devotion, and the determination. You got to have these qualities to keep you moving forwards. This is what you need. You need to go inside yourself and transform the inner you. And once you transform the inner you, you will see a difference on the external you. Because depending on who you are on the inside, will determine who you are on the outside. And if you're able to make your inside, right, shine bright, it will have an effect on the outer. And remember, you're the author to your own book. You write your book, right? You are the one, right, who is doing your karma. It's your action. Life is your making. So you make life the way you want to make life, what you want it to be. Obviously, right, you're only going to attract in what you are, not in what you want. So you got to do the best thing you got to do, right? And in the day, I woke up today. I was able to see. I was able to hear, smell, taste. I was able to feel. I was able to get up, right? I was able to walk, right? I'm working today. I'm working today. I'm all on today. So this is the one you got to appreciate the most. Because someone who woke up today probably weren't able to see, weren't able to smell, hear, taste, feel, or touch, whatever, right? Someone had to wake up today knowing that they're going to hospital to say they're getting one leg amputated off. While we're here walking today, there's a guy who knows that his arm's getting amputated. This is how it is. So we have to be grateful that we got what we got, because you never know. Today may be our last, innit? So it's all about doing the right things to improve your life and helping yourself out. What I'm saying to you is, right now, is let's live our life to the best that we can. Why not? Let's not wait until tomorrow. Let's not wait for next month. Let's not wait for next year. Today, right now, make the action happen here. Let's manifest. Let's put it out there in the world. Let's get that house. Let's get that woman. Let's get the kids that we're looking for. Let's go on holiday. Let's have the car we want. Right? Let's be able to go to that restaurant with our family. Right? Let's do the wonderful things that we never got to experience. Why not that? Let's get rid of the negative thoughts and replace it for positive thoughts. Why not that? Let's change, right? And get rid of that mind that leads us in this place that we're not happy, and replace it with a different mind that will lead us to a place where we are happy. We can't always have happiness 24/7. There's no such thing. But you want to make sure that where you're going, that the scale is more joyful than miserable. But however, we'll all find a way. But it all starts with taking action. Remember, discipline, consistency. Have hope. Have the trust, faith in God, in animating force, in angels, fairies. Trust in everything around you. There's always signs around you. Always be that person who's able to see the signs. We all have that time when we're coming and going. We all have that time when we feel a certain way. However, you reach this point of the video, then thank you. Then here's one last part. Do you know the reason why people think about suicide? I'll tell you why. It's because they think they ain't got no other options left in life. They think the options are done. They think they reached the end of the road. If I went back and I used a time ring, the same ring that the Supreme Kai used, and just rewrote their actions, Some of them had no idea of the greatness that was waiting for them, the good things that was waiting for them, but they thought it was the end. If I showed them, I said, this is what comes after 6 months later, they wouldn't have believed it. But they left before they was even able to even grasp it. All I'm saying is this: fight for another day and get better. If you only can pick up like 20 weights, then try to pick up 40, try to pick up 60, pick up 80. You're picking up weights, try to pick up 100, 120. Before you realize you're picking up weights like 200 times. Try to do press ups. You may start with like 10, may go like 30, next minute you're 50, next minute you're at 70. So you just got to do what you got to do. And before you realize it, start jogging. You never know. You may run for like, 10 miles? Before you realize it, you're doing 50. You just pick yourself up, so that's all there is to it. So, I leave the rest to you, my friend, to figure out what you plan to do. Kurahana D Tatsumaki back at you again. There's 3 boxes. Special box, 2 other boxes, circle button, and then that's what you have. And yeah, peace out. Have a good one. This is recorded on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra 4K 60 HDR 10 plus high bitrate using Galaxy Buds Pro 2 Pros. Hold up, Galaxy Buds 2 Pros 360 audio enabled. 360 audio enabled. This is what we're using, right? To get that audio capture around us, and that's what we're doing. So you see, and this is what we're doing right now. So, all right, coming up to the wrapping end of this. May let it roll a little bit more, but all the talking parts are done. To show you a little around nature, you can see for yourself. This is where I am. I was out in these places, got myself a haircut, trimmed it down a bit, looking good for you, smiling for you. Live a good life, do what you have to do. Here I am. So you trim the hair down, beard's growing, looking good, looking nice. From self-love comes love, self-joy comes joy, self-appreciation comes appreciation, self-acceptance comes acceptance. Remember that. Focus on self. You come first. Build this one up. Build up your values. This is your kingdom. You want that old kingdom what look like the wind can hit it and it'll just crumble down. Have a powerful kingdom. Powerful foundation. Build this one. So, yeah. One day, our kids have to walk right after us. We don't want them to suffer. You want to make sure your finances on point. You got a proper roof over your head. You got to think about when they're 0 to age 10. Nappies, food, clothing, They're gonna grow out the clothes fast. Eventually, um, if you've got a boy and girl, that's two separate clothes. If you've got two boys and a girl, then both of the boys can wear each other's clothes. As that child gets older, you could give that one to that child. It saves money. Um, what you do is when you get to that point, eventually they're going to need a phone. They're going to need a contract. So make sure you're a person where your finances on point. Don't raise kids in debt. Please don't do that. Make sure you got things on correct, because if you've got two, three kids, that's like three iPhone Pro Maxes or um, S Ultra series or Flip or Fold series, whatever they're gonna be using. Um, Obviously, they're gonna be all unlimited data, minutes and texts. My contract that I'm paying for is like £23 for unlimited everything. So if you times that by three plus your own, that's a lot of money. You definitely spend like over £100 on bills for you and three kids, and then you got to think about their transport. You got to put money in their bank account. They got to travel. They got to get to school. They got to get uni. So there's a lot of money that will come out of this. So before you have kids, you got to think about that. So, and if times get hard, always make sure you got options. That's why it's always good to have your driving license. Get your heavy good vehicle license. You never know, you may need it. You may have your security license. You may have whatever. Make sure you have these things in check, because when that time comes, you go, okay, this will give me options and give me doors to make money. So okay, I got two, three kids. Okay, more money needs to come in. Okay, I've got this license. Let me look what's around. What can get me? Just think about that. So let's just think about that one carefully. So don't do things with reckless. Be very on point with what you're about to do, and you should be alright. And then yeah, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. So that's just how it go, yo. So another look, another look. That's me here, just sitting down with a selfie stick. So yeah, I know YouTube supports 4K 60 HDR. I don't know how HDR 10 plus works on YouTube. Not sure about that. I don't know, do they deal with Dolby Vision? Of course not, because you have to pay Dolby the licensing. Of course, I think HDR 10 plus is, I think they're both open source. Um, yeah, something like that. So I like doing this because I like to offer the viewers the best quality. Um, that I can offer. It's smooth, sharp. This is the way I like it. And by using this, it's right here. So you can pick me up perfectly. I can do what I've got to do. And not bad, not bad. I'm going to skip the Buds Freeze, but I'm going to go for the Buds 4 Pros. So once the Buds 4 Pros come, I'll buy that. Because I already got the 2s. I'm skipping 3. Next year, I'll buy the 4s, because it should be more of a upgrade, where I'd rather do that. So plus next year I'm gonna be going for a Fold 7. Fold 7. So I'm gonna get rid of the S23 Ultra. I'll go for Fold 7. Um, Based on this mount here, it's gonna have a hard time holding on to a Fold, because I'm gonna have to buy a new selfie stick where may have to buy the Spigen one. where it can hold it. So hold the fold, because as long as the Fold 7 is slimmer, then it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Because holding a thing on this is going to be very difficult, but I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll find something. I'll find something to um, get this. Now it's starting to rain. Starting to rain. Um, Time for me to get out of here. It's starting to rain. Starting to rain now. Rain's coming down. So let me just get out of this place and just keep moving. So half an hour in. Half an hour in, and hopefully you liked what I said. And then peace out. And then let me find some shelter, because definitely starting to rain. If anything you need to ask, you can always put it in the box below, and I can always read that. And then, yeah, peace out. Have a good one. And then I'll make my way out of here. I'll make my way out of here. And that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. See, here's the rain. Here's the rain. So.